no one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com where the world plays poker.
You folding?
We don't like poker, we love it. It's the game everyone's talking about, everyone's playing. You don't want to miss out on the poker phenomenon. Last time out, an internet qualifier who's only been playing for 1 year shocked some poker giants. Tonight, we have some of the biggest names in the game playing in what's sure to be a cracker. Welcome to the PartyPoker.com European Open. We're well into the heat stages now, and things are hotting up. Alongside me, actor and poker player extraordinaire Michael Greco. Michael, everyone wants to talk about bluffing today. What do you know about it?
In order to win tournaments, you have to bluff.
You have to win with the worst hand.
You have to win with the worst hand. Every good, amazing, aggressive poker player has a great way of bluffing.
So take this specific tournament, 6 players. When is the best time to start bluffing? When it gets to be less number of players, or?
The best time to start bluffing is any time, but especially when the blinds start getting quite high. And the best place to start bluffing is actually on the button, because position is everything.
Well, someone who knows a lot about bluffing, former world champion Phil Hellmuth, he claims he can see into the souls of the opposition. Let's get some tips from him.
So you want to make a big bluff? It's not just betting every single hand. It's not just recklessness that creates a bluff. What creates a great bluff is setting it up. And table image has something to do with that. So you wait, you play a good patient game, you wait until the time is right, until your opponents are weak, and then you make that great bluff. But you don't give it away. You don't start talking. You don't do anything differently than when you bet your strong hands. You want to put in the chips the same way you did the last time your opponent saw you with a strong hand. You want to make the same comments. You want to put your head in your hands the same way. Make sure everything matches. Because when you act the same way you did with a strong hand, the instincts of the other players say he has a strong hand. A bluff takes timing.
Well, Michael, Phil brings up a great point there. I mean, what do you do when you get caught bluffing?
Just keep bluffing. Just keep doing the same. If you're a bluffer and you like to bluff, great. That's the way that people play. You get caught bluffing, you get caught bluffing. Next time, you might have the absolute nuts and people will call you. Just like keep the same actions, the same physicality. I love studying people's body language, and being an actor, I suppose I have that advantage. So I like to recreate what I was doing in the hand before anyway.
But we've plenty of bluffing going on tonight, I'm sure, especially with some of the top names in the business in there. So let's just have a look at who's playing, who's sitting where, and what's on tap this evening. Well, that's the lineup. Should be exciting, and we're lucky to be joined by one of the hot favorites tonight, Dave Colclough. Dave, we've been talking about bluffing, and just how important is bluffing in one of these 6-seater events?
Well, obviously bluffing's very important. You're just not going to be dealt enough hands, quality hands, that is, to win one of these events purely on those. So you have to play a lot of substandard hands, and basically have to bet without the goods all the time. Some very weak hands, and should be interesting, really.
How's your form at the moment, Dave? Confident?
Well, I made a final in Amsterdam 2 days ago, so hopefully we're just crawling out of a rocky patch. Somehow I'm still top of the rankings, and I don't really know how that happened. So I'm not doing too bad out in the live arena, but of course my TV form's dreadful. I can't. I think I last won a TV event in like 1969 or something on black and white TV.
Players are glued to their seats. The dealers attached to the cards. Ball and chain chip action coming up in a second from the PartyPoker.com European Open.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Welcome back. Everything's ready. Michael Greco and myself will be guiding you through the action. Let's join the table.
Because I'd have bet with my mate I wouldn't bottle out whatever it was in the first hand.
And of course, this could be a very chatty table because, I mean, as Dave said, Mark Goodwin and himself have been playing poker together in the same home game for about 15, 20 years. And Paul Jackson, also very well known in the Midlands area.
Pass.
Folded around here to the button.
How much?
Raise
Gives a chance. 6,000.
to 6,000 total.
Good of you to give him my 6,000 back.
I'm not going to predict what this guy will do.
Well, the Mad Turk, 5th place in the Irish Open only last year, and that is a tough tournament. As you well know, Michael, you were a final tableist in Dublin just very recently.
Yeah,
Pass.
just a couple of weeks ago. It's a tough
You raise
tournament.
all in.
Oh my!
Wow.
Kolkov all in! He's got the same hand. This is only the second hand of the tournament. He's just raised about 90,000.
Wow.
You weren't stealing, you got
He's got a big decision here, actually. He's thinking, right, I'm in bad shape if I'm against kings or aces. Would Dave go all in with kings or aces at this early stage?
Producers going,
Pass, we need Dave in the show.
What a massive statement of intent from Dave Colclough.
so if you call Dave, he's going to go one.
And, I mean, Ashley Hales hasn't invested very much. Could you see him calling this?
First hand.
I really don't know. I don't know how he can call this. I mean, he's got to deduce. He's got to think, right, if he's got aces, kings, or queens possibly, then he's in not great shape, obviously. But would Dave stick all his chips in if he had aces, kings, or queens? I don't think he would.
Oh, go on, I'll call.
Yeah, he's got to call. He's going to be relieved when he sees ace, king as well.
I've got the same.
Got the same.
Yeah, he had to call
Talk
him.
about action over the top with a massive bet. And if we end up losing a player here, Michael Greco, it's just going to be tremendous unluck. Only 4 of a suit on board. But, I mean,
Oh, well, there's 2
there's
hearts.
That's an advantage Dave Colclough.
Yep.
It's a free roll. If it comes heart.
If there's no heart on this card, next card is a chop chop.
Here's the turn.
No, chop it
And
up.
it's over. It will chop. But one thing we have learned
Wow.
from that pot is that no one has come here to eke their way into 3rd place. You'd have trouble putting a tougher televised table together. I don't think anyone would want to jump in here with their cash money. It's going to be bang 'em, knock 'em, sock 'em, and this is Andy
Pass.
Holliday folding up. 2,000 to call. Ashley Hales has his
Call.
chips so close to the line, you feel like he's ready to get them in at any
Pass.
occasion.
Two easiest blinds on the table to steal.
He's just limped in with his 9s, hoping for someone to raise and then possibly re-raise.
Call. And no raise.
Well, this game's feeling very loose, 4-handed now, and that is Action Jack's hand in the big blind.
Yeah.
Dave Colclough in with a 10-6 suited. All kinds of possibilities out there.
Pair of 9s are looking good, aren't they?
They are at this juncture,
I'm natural blind. Oh, it's meant to be.
but not no more. 3 6s for Dave Colclough.
Wow.
He could bang heads with Ashley Hales right here.
Raise.
Right. Oh.
Oops.
6 to go.
6,000.
Michael Greco, is this one of those situations where Ashley Hales could rue not raising with the 9s before the flop?
Quite possibly, yeah. He's going to find himself up against a re-raise here with Dave.
Call.
Oh, it's just flat called.
Pass.
So Colclough
Pass.
slow playing this. anything but a 9, and he's in beautiful shape.
Yeah.
Don't know if the warning bells are ringing in Ashley Hale's head.